We all have a particular body part we're conscious about, right? But these people have learned to embrace and be proud of their bodies, every single inch of them. They are the proud owners of the 10 longest body parts in the world. What's up, Factnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay tuned for our number 1 entry because, well, he's probably the reason you're watching this video in the first place. Ready? Let's dive right in. Number 10. Longest ear hair. Nope, those are not his sideburns he's grooming. You can even take a closer look, or not. Say what you will about Radhakant Bajpayee's hair and overall hygiene, but at least he's got a world record under his belt. At 25 centimeters long and still growing, Radhakant bagged arguably one of the least coveted Guinness World Records, the title of world's longest ear hair. This Indian grocer says he's never cut his precious earlobe locks since he was 18 because he considers it his lucky charm, despite consistent pleas from his wife to trim them off. Aside from hair trimmers, Radhakant also has sworn off wearing rings that can potentially catch his hair and take his world record away from him, which, apart from graduating from a prestigious college and starting his own family, is his biggest source of pride. Longest ear hair? What about longest down there? Our number 1 pick will definitely blow you away, but before that, number 9, longest toes. You know what they say about men with long feet? They have long shoes. And for Matthew McGorry, that's a size 29.5 to be exact. As for his record-breaking toes, they measured 5 inches long. If he looks awfully familiar, it's probably because you've seen him on a TV show or a movie. Yep, he's that towering character you saw in Big Fish, Bubble Boy, Men in Black 2, and The Devil's Rejects. Sadly, the real-life gentle giant passed away in 2005 at the age of 32, but he'll forever be remembered not just as the guy with the biggest feet, but the humble actor who took his craft seriously despite being typecast for his height. Move over, Pinocchio, because this next guy has the longest nose known to man, and nope, he's not lying about it either. Number 8. Longest nose. In March 2010, Turkish man Mehmet Özürek smelled sweet victory when he appeared on the Italian TV show Lo Show de Record to have Guinness judges measure his nose. The official measurement, 8.8 centimeters from the bridge to the tip, making him an instant celebrity in his hometown of Artvin in Turkey, whose locals didn't suspect that a record holder was living right under their noses. However, Guinness itself mentioned that Mehmet might not have the longest nose in history because, according to certain records, an Englishman named Thomas Wetters had a nose that measured 19 centimeters long. But this was in the 1770s, so no need for Mehmet to be threatened. Up next is an aspiring model that sure has a leg up on her competition. Number 7. Longest legs. Meet Macy Curran, the Texas teenager who has legs for days. Oh, seriously. When Macy was only 1.5 years old, she already grew to almost 3 feet, and by the time she was 9, she was standing at 5 feet 7 inches. Now at 17, she's reached 6 foot 7 inches and has finally stopped growing, for at least the time being. Her legs, though, are another story, because while the Guinness Book of World Records is yet to verify it, Macy has surpassed previous record holder Ekaterina Lysina, whose legs measure 52.2 inches. Macy's legs? A whopping 53 inches long! I mean, look at her playing volleyball. She's almost as tall as the net itself! Obviously, there are downsides as well to being the tallest girl in the room, like finding clothes that fit, getting into cars without hitting her head, and basically being the worst at hide and seek. But Macy's strong and confident character is something every teenager can definitely look up to. This next lady is a nail artist's worst nightmare. Number 6. Longest nails. In 2011, singer Christine Walton, aka the Duchess, was recognized by Guinness as having the world's longest fingernails, measuring a combined total of 19 feet 9 inches. Her killer nails are as long as a killer whale. For the most part, the Duchess says she can easily manage normal everyday activities despite her twisty talents like cooking, driving, and braiding her hair. But trying on clothes at the mall without ripping through them is a trickier task. Christine took the crown from previous record holder Lee Redmond, who's probably one of the most famous faces of Guinness World Records. Sadly, her 28 feet 5-inch nails were taken away from her by a car crash in 2009. Another familiar set of fingernails belongs to Sridhar Chalai, who, after 66 years, finally retired his almost 30 feet long nails and put them out for display at Ripley's Museum in Times Square, New York. Number 5. Longest eyebrow hair. In 2016, Zheng Shusen was awarded the Guinness record for the longest eyebrow hair in the world, which stretches an impressive 7.5 inches. Am I the only one seriously fighting the urge to cut off that single piece of stray hair? But Shusen is particularly careful of it, not just because his world record hangs on that single thread of hair, but more so because long eyebrow hair means health and long life in Chinese culture. Moving on to another long facial-haired man. Number 4. Longest mustache. Since 1982, Ram Singh Chauhan has refused to trim his mustache, short upon the advice of a friend who said it might bring him good luck. And such sweet luck it sure did bring him. His distinctly long mustache earned him acting roles in a host of Bollywood films and even got him to appear in the James Bond film Octopussy. And in 2010, he officially bagged the record for the world's longest mustache at an astonishing 14 feet. Interestingly, Ram Singh's long mustache isn't just for landing film roles or keeping his world record. He actually needs it for his job at the tourism department of Rajasthan. Part of his job description is showing off his incredible facial hair while guiding people to tourist destinations. So he's basically a walking tourist spot of sorts. But if his mustache can bring fame and fortune to his hometown, it's all fair game, right, Ram Singh? If hair is considered a woman's crowning glory, then this next lady must be the reigning queen. Number 3. Longest hair. Everyone bow your heads to Xi Jinping, the record holder for the longest hair in the world. Since 1973, at the age of 13, Jinping has avoided shears like the plague and has let her magnificent mane grow out. When it was measured in May 2004, her hair was 18 feet 5 inches long, which is just a few inches shy of the height of an average giraffe. Her luxurious locks are so long, it takes her 2 hours every day to wash and dry them. So yeah, I think I'm fine with my short hair just as it is. Next up, number 2, longest tongue. Just like any normal teenager, Adrienne Lewis has dreams of becoming famous. She even created a YouTube channel to launch her internet stardom, but instead of the usual makeup tutorials, product reviews, or unboxing videos, Adrienne prefers a more unique, tongue-in-cheek kind of content, doing weird stuff with her tongue. At 4 inches long, Adrienne's liquor might just be the longest in the world. She's just awaiting official judgment from Guinness so she could finally smash the current record set by Nick Stowberry. In the meantime, she does all these neat tricks with her tongue to prove just how long it really is, like licking her nose, elbow, and even her eyes. Good luck with the title, Adrienne. And finally, on the number 1 spot, trust us, he has one of the longest body parts in the world. We just can't show it here, so you'll just have to take our word for it. Number 1, longest penis. Part-time actor Jonah Falcon's willy grows to a staggering 13.5 inches, but while he's the envy of less gifted alpha males, Jonah says his oversized member is a double-edged sword. Yep, I just used a sword metaphor. But seriously, whenever he's auditioning for a role, Jonah says casting directors are afraid to cast him because of his reputation for having an unusually huge ding-dong, which is a shame because I'm pretty sure he has so much more to offer. I feel you, man. But wait, a Mexican guy is challenging Jonah for the title of world's longest penis. Ah, the plot thickens. This is Roberto Esquivel Cabrera, and his willy measures a jaw-dropping 18.9 inches. Yup, that's not a third leg. But upon close examination, medical experts discovered that the bulk of Robert's member is actually foreskin. So who's the real victor in the battle of the bulge? We'll leave it up to you to decide. Which one of them did you find most fascinating? Be sure to let us know in the comments section below. Don't want to miss out on our certified life-changing boredom-busting content? Then join our fantastic tribe of fact-natics by smashing that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell. And if you couldn't get enough of the 10 longest body parts in the world, then be sure to check out our countdown of the 10 biggest body parts in the world. Till then, stay awesome, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.